Good morning. Don't know if anybody else is awake or not. I don't know if I'm awake or not, but I'm here. Well, First Lady Bush died last night. I figured she wasn't, what they were saying, I figured she wasn't going to be lasting very long, but I didn't expect her to go so quickly. Coffee is so good this morning. Nice and hot. Well, I didn't really have anything particularly planned today. Um, I've been very, very busy trying to get everything sorted out here in my house so that so we can get ready to go. Um, don't mind me. I still have the news on. But I have it muted because I didn't catch the weather. So weather's coming on now. But yeah, it's still chilly. I had to go get kerosene yesterday morning. Can you believe it? April 17th, and I had to go get more kerosene. I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure that what I had left when we ran out of oil, that would do us. It would warm up enough. Hello, Angel. Angel. Angel's being nosy. Mittens is getting ready to curl up on the blanket that I have on this blanket here. It's draping down over my feet and down on the floor, and Mittens is going to curl up on it. Come here, Angel. Come on. Come on, Angel. Oh, no, sweetie. Gosh. Gosh. What you doing? Yeah, she's making her appearance. What do you smell? Hmm? So, I tell you, this guy that I hired to help me with this house has been awesome. There's only really two rooms left to do in this house. One is my husband's room, and that's going to be a bit of a challenge because he gets all hyper about stuff. And the other is the attic, and that's got a lot of my sister's stuff up there, and she's coming out this weekend to clear it out. And it's like, I'm running out of stuff for Brian to do. He is so awesome. I've got, he's supposed to be coming here today, and he's coming on Saturday to help, and he was going to be here on Friday too. But I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to have him do. And it's terrible because he's such a great worker. I hate to say, I don't want to say, Brian, I don't have any work for you. I'm trying to rack my brain to figure out, okay, what can I have him do? I'm like, really? I'm completely, I don't know what to have him do. I don't. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Oh, that coffee feels good going down. So, anyways, does anybody watch Rain Country? Okay, I'm really bad with remembering titles. Rain Country Homestead? I'm not sure I got the title. Rain Country's something or other. Okay, anybody watch that? She did a piece. When did she upload it? I don't even know when she uploaded it. I watched it last night. It was either uploaded yesterday morning or the night before. I'm so far behind on watching other people's videos because I've been so busy. Anyway, she did a piece on your thyroid, getting off thyroid medication. And it's like, it was really good. It was really good. A lot of the stuff I already knew because I had done the research myself. But I wasn't doing the research to get off of the thyroid medicine per se, as was to improve my thyroid because I wasn't able to get a thyroid medicine. So, and there's a long story about that. Okay, it was just one of those. It was a weird thing. Okay. But yeah, a lot of that stuff I knew. The only thing I did not know is that she said that the Brazil nuts were high in selenium, and so I would get the Brazil nuts, and I would have like 3 a day. I figured, okay, because I didn't really know how much to have. She said 1. So okay, that's better. I mean, I like Brazil nuts, but they're expensive. So it's like, and I was a little bit disappointed. I was eating more than what I needed because my source for Brazil nuts closed. So I need to find another source to get my Brazil nuts. And I did see them one time at a local grocery store. And when I went to buy some, they weren't there anymore. And I haven't been able to find them since. So I got to find Brazil nuts somewhere. I'm going to buy them already shelled. And they've got my father on a thyroid medicine too. Now, what's interesting is that apparently he was taking a thyroid medicine before. Oh, good morning, Carrie. How are you this morning? I was just talking about Rain Country's video that I watched last night. I don't know if you watch Rain Country or not. So anyway, my father's on thyroid medicine, and there was a transition between moving from my brother's house to my house and getting everything. I'm almost awake. I'm still working on it. So they had my father on a high dosage of levothyroxine, but he wasn't taking it when he was here. But I had made changes in diet, like we don't use the city water, which has fluoride and chlorine in it, and a few other dietary changes here. And he wasn't taking the thyroid medicine. I had missed that when we were getting everything together. And when the doctor did his blood test to check, they prescribed a lower dosage of levothyroxine. So something's better. So did you have any particular topic? I didn't really have a topic this morning, Carrie, that I was going to be talking about. He said just I was thinking about the different channels that I watch here on YouTube. Do you have any particular favorites that you'd like to highlight and why you like them? So I like Rain Country. I don't often get a chance to watch her because I've been so busy. Um, you see, I do try to catch. Yeah, I've watched her too. I haven't watched her for a while. She tends to have longer videos. I'm hoping once I get everything in order here, I can get back to watching a few others that I just haven't been able to watch. The Pratt Family Homestead, had, I feel really bad. I was really looking forward to his pig evaluation, and I haven't been able to watch it. I do enjoy watching out of Goshen. Their videos are usually smaller. And I'm sorry, Corbin and Jenna are so cute. Jenna's got a precious smile. Yeah, she's one source. She is one source. Yeah, they're cute, aren't they? I really enjoy them. And like I said earlier, I'm really bad at remembering names. Oh yes, they are beautiful. And I can usually catch them because they have the shorter videos. Um, the only time I have to watch much is like first thing in the morning or after dinner in the evening. Sometimes if I'm sitting down just taking a break, I'll catch some shorties. And try to catch Big Family Homestead. Yeah, she's got some really good stuff. Good information. And I'm hoping when things quiet down, I can go back and catch up on some of the other things. There are so many good channels out there, and you can't watch them all. Not if you want to get anything done, anyway. Oh, let me see here. Who else? Deep South. Oh, yes. Off Grid Nation. Yeah, there's only so many hours in a day. Now, what I've started doing, I've started picking and choosing. Like since I'm on the I'm trying the keto diet right now, and so like if they're baking bread, I don't watch them. I skip those videos if they're baking bread. So like an Alderman Farms, I love Alderman Farms. I can't usually make their live stream, but I try to catch them the next morning. Now you know who I miss. I miss J&J Acres. He's only done the odd video for a while. at J&J Acres and JS Farms. I miss JS Farms. She just all of a sudden stopped doing videos, and I don't know why. I don't do Facebook, so I don't know if she's on Facebook and she's decided to give up on YouTube. I don't know. I really enjoyed her. It was like sitting down with an old friend and with a cup of coffee. And that's okay. Yeah, keto. It's no sugar, very very low carbs, moderate protein, and high fat. Yeah, JS Farm. She's been. It's been a while. She was doing a live stream with the Homestead Network, but just all of a sudden she's not done anything. And who else? Michigan Snow Pony has not been posting a lot of videos. Every now and then I'll see her make a comment in the comment section, but I think she's been doing a lot with work. I think they've been giving her a lot of extra hours. So, but I miss Renee. That's Michigan Snow Pony. Oh, you haven't seen any of Michigan Snow Pony? Oh, she's really good. And check her out. Some of her older videos, goats, and she was raising goats, pigs. She's got horses, of course. Yes, she's horsey. She has a halflinger and a curly, and I think she also has an Icelandic. I think she still has them. Yeah, she has a lot to offer, and I just enjoy her personality too. Good, good. Are you a horsey person, Carrie? I know there's a bit of a lag in the comments there. Do you have any horses of your own? Yeah. Well, hopefully you can. It's like I think the internet is helpful, believe it or not, with getting back in with horses because you can make connections. Whereas when I was in high school, it was really hard to make connections with people. And there's so much information out there. I need to do a follow-up video on the leather bit that I got for Honey. She's been doing really well with it. Oh, wow. Thoroughbreds can be beautiful. But I tell you, I really feel sorry for that breed. At least in my area, the thoroughbred is a dime a dozen. They're a throwaway horse basically, and it's sad. The leather bit. Is that what you're talking? There's a bit of a lag, so I want to make sure I understand. The leather bit you've never seen before? I can't show you here because it's at the farm. Yeah, I was I'm sure they had a much better life with you. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to ride Honey with just a rope halter. And she was okay, but when she had a mind that she wanted to go do something else, okay, I ended up being very heavy-handed in order to control her. But the weight of a regular bit that I had for her, it's like I didn't like putting that heavy a bit in her mouth. So I just started thinking, okay, the Indians, when they used to ride the horses, all they did was just had a piece of leather, rawhide or something going through their mouth. And that's how they controlled the horse. It's like, okay, I don't know if I want to just have a piece of leather going through her mouth. Um, so I googled leather bit just to see if there's any such a thing. And yeah, there was. There's a there's a really high end one. It's like well over $100 that they use over in Europe. And I could have got that. I was like, okay, I guess we're not going to do leather bit. Well, I kept searching, and there was one on what was it? Is it Etsy? I think it was on Etsy. I don't really do Etsy much, but this guy was on Etsy. Oh man, I can't remember the name of of the outfit now. Is it Silly Billy? When I do an updated video, I'll make sure I post um, a link to his page. But it was more expensive than a metal bit. I'll say that, but it was a lot cheaper than $100. And she's been doing really well with it. Um, I'm light. She's very responsive. So I've been very pleased. And it does kind of form to her mouth. Like when I first got it, it was straight, and now it's more curved. I mean, it's still quite stiff. I mean, it's not super soft. I mean, I held it up and it held its shape, in spite of the rings on the end. Um, but it's a lot softer and a lot lighter than a metal one. Oh, good morning, Dizzy. You're late. I caught your video last night about the flooding at the farm. Thankfully, it's not nearly as bad as it was. Ah, gotcha. I was just talking to Carrie about the leather bit that I'm using for Honey. Carrie used to have two thoroughbreds. I don't know what an FM is. I mean, I might know, but it is early in the morning and initials FM is not clicking. I prefer less over more. Okay, yeah, that's possible. Oh, you have to work today, Dizzy? Oh, that's a shame. But you don't have many weeks left. Yep. Can you describe what it is, Carrie? Maybe from the description I can figure it out. I like to keep things to a minimum, as in equipment that I use. Hmm. Now, keepers, okay, from what I know of keepers, and it could be different over there, is like a lot of the things that go on the bit keeps it from going into the into their mouth or something. There's so many different things out there. It keeps it doesn't hit them from the roof of the mouth. Hmm. I don't know, but I wasn't so much worried about the action of the bit because I used a French link, so it's got two breaks in it. Um, so that wasn't really an issue with that particular bit. Um, it's just it was very heavy. It was a very heavy bit. I think it's because it was solid metal, except for where the breaks were. The plane that had its engine explode, it landed over here in Philadelphia Airport. Its long sides, the keepers attached to the cheek pieces of the bridle, the long sides of the bit. Go, okay, like an English bridle. I am barely awake. I wanted to stay in bed this morning, but I had to get up. I got things I got to do. That was scary. It's like, thankfully, there was only the one person that passed away from it, but still sad that there was even one. It could have been so much worse. Good morning, Hope. How are you this morning? Are you all moved in and settled? Okay. Yeah, your description, it clicked finally that, oh yeah, that's an English bridle. Okay, I remember the keepers. I think it's going to take you a while to unpack, Hope. Hey, I've been in this house for almost 20 years. And when we were cleaning out the basement, I found a couple of boxes that never got unpacked. Is that sad or is that sad? I'm hoping to have a lot fewer boxes to unpack when we do move. Okay, I don't feel so bad. 30 over 20. Yeah, you got me beat. I was saying when I first went live that, yeah, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I think I mentioned I hired a guy to help me clean out this house. I got to be careful my husband doesn't hear me say this because he doesn't know. But He has done such an awesome job. I figured it's going to take me a long time. He's been here for 2 weeks, not even 2 full weeks, just partial weeks. Okay. And we've got almost the whole house done, including the garage. Um, the only two rooms left is my husband's bedroom and the attic. The attic's going to be done this weekend when my sister comes because a lot of her stuff is in my attic. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out how to go about doing my husband's room because he is very particular. Yes, we found kittens in the garage. We had dragged out an old tarp, and Brian was in the process of rolling it up to put it in the trash bag. And all of a sudden, he heard the meow, meow, meow of little kittens. And he thought they were over. And I got a brush pile from when the plumber dug up some trees. And he thought it was over there. And I stopped and I listened. I said, no, they're inside the tarp. And oh, he was so upset. But we unwrapped the tarp, and there's 4 little kittens. So I set up a dog crate in the garage, about in the area where that tarp had been. Okay, I had it all set up, and I had a piece of styrofoam on the floor, but to keep them up off the cold cement. And I put the old blanket that was in the tarp in there with the kittens because I figured that was the bedding that she used. And left the crate door open. The next morning I go in, she's in there with the kittens. And so I closed the gate. And then, wasn't yesterday, it was the night before, I built an extension for that crate just so the mother would have more room. With some of the wood that we had found in that garage. Because that crate had 2 doors. It had a front door and it had a side door. So I've got an extension. So there's a place for the for the mama to go to the bathroom and have her food and water off to the side because she kept upsetting it inside the crate. So sadly, one of the kittens got out of the crate, and I found it on the cold cement floor. And when I picked it up and I rubbed it, it seemed like it was alert and alive enough that I figured, okay, I'll just put it back with the mama, and she'll keep it warm, and it'll be fine. Well, I guess it wasn't quite fine enough, and I found it the next morning, and it was dead. So, like, if the mother had been not as feral, I could have made sure that she was latching on, that the kitten was latching on, but the mama was, now she was ready to eat me alive. So I just got the kitten in as far as I could, and it seemed to go in with the rest of the kittens. So I figured it was all right, but now it was dead the next morning. So there's just the 3 kittens and the mama, and I still had them in the crate. And I'm just seeing if I can't tame the mama down a little bit. She seems to be doing okay because I go out and I feed her and I sit there and I talk to her, and she doesn't seem to be quite as bad. She did touch my finger with her nose. So I'm not pushing it. I'm not trying to do anything. I mean, I don't want to get scratched and bit. And she went in and ate her food, and then I was handling the kittens. So, yeah, that was our excitement. So now I'm trying to figure out, what to do with the kittens, because I don't think I have the number of the people that fixed the other feral cats before, to see if I can't find it. I knew I should have saved it. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to have Brian do today, because there's just not very much left. I went to do laundry on Monday, and he cleaned. There was a lot of dust and whatnot, and he just cleaned, washed down walls, and the woodwork, and it all had to be done. So some of the stuff that still needs to be done, he really can't do because it's a bunch of little things that I need to get organized and decide, okay, are we keeping this? Am I getting rid of it? It's just making decisions on the little things. I've been setting some things aside to donate. Now I've got a box in the basement that I need to take over to the Ark. They take donations, so I'll have to start clearing that stuff out. Is the chat still working? Nobody's saying anything. Are you all awake or did you go to sleep? I did take a video of, tried to video building that thing, the extension for the kittens. Okay, Carrie. Thought maybe my computer went on the fritz or something. I don't see too much going on. I'm still learning. They were talking about, like I see on other live streams, they have moderators. Well, I don't know how you make a moderator on this thing. I've clicked in a couple different places. There's a pop-down menu, and this says participants, pop-out chat, and toggle timestamps. That's the only options that I see that I have. I don't see any option for making anybody a moderator. Excuse me. So I don't know, maybe it's something that you have to have so many people in. I haven't got a clue. Yeah. Hope you've done this live stream thing. Do you have to have so many subs in order to be able to make people moderators? I mean, I haven't had any issues, so it's not a big deal. Can't believe I still have to light the kerosene heater. It has been so cold. Thankfully, it's not so cold at night that we can't tolerate it. I get it pretty warm in the house with this kerosene heater, so. But when I went to get kerosene yesterday, it was like, okay, should I just get one can? One can be enough? But no, I'm just going to fill everything I have so I have it. So hopefully it'll warm up. Hope may not be here. I guess Hope left, huh? I know, I've got two symbols up on the screen. One is to, like, the people symbols. I guess maybe that's how many people are watching, and it says 0. So I don't know. And there's a thumbs up, and I've got one thumbs up. and it says live, then it's got a timer. Good morning. My son's up. You got to go to work this morning? Okay. He's not usually up before 9. As you can see behind me, the sun is coming up. I think it's going to be a beautiful day here. It was cloudy yesterday, and it was windy. I think Dizzy may have left. I had to go get my truck registered yesterday. And I asked the lady, we're going to be moving out of state in a few months. Do I get any kind of a rebate or refund on any of this? She said, no, only if it's been like 30 within 30 days. So I had to pay for full registration. It has been unusually cold, but I guess I'd rather have the cold than the heat. I know you guys can get mighty hot over there. So let me see. You're the opposite of us. We're just coming out of winter. So I guess you're just coming out of summer. How has your summer been over there? I haven't heard anything. I usually hear something about stuff going on over in Australia, but I have to admit, I haven't really been watching much in the way of news or anything. Mm. Autumn's nice. It's usually when the temperatures moderate. So things have cooled down for you now. You know what the worst part is? Oh my. I'm sorry to hear that, Carrie. You know what the worst part is about the chat? Is I can't hear your accent. I love the Australian accent. So what time is it over there, Carrie? I don't know what the time difference is. I guess it must be like 12 hours difference or something like that. At 15 p.m. Okay. But let me see. Okay. You are like today is the 18th here. Is it the 18th or is it on a Wednesday night? Okay. And this is Wednesday morning. Okay. So it'll be Thursday there before it's Thursday here. So you're ahead of us. Okay. That's so cool. It's so cool that we can talk to each other like this live with such a difference in time and whatnot. Oh, there goes the ambulance. This ambulance goes up the street every morning. Yep, today's the 18th here too. Oh, Angel's going to get up on her cat tree and look out the window at the traffic. I'm surprised she hasn't been over here. Well, that's the end of my coffee. It's getting close to the time when I have to sign off. I can't go any later than 6:30, as that's when I have to get up and start doing things. I got to clean up the kitchen. I'm I'm strange, okay, and I know I'm strange. As that I cannot deal with dirty dishes after dinner. I just I can't. I am not a night person. I'm a morning person, and so my dishes sit there and wait for me to wash them in the morning. My mother would have a fit. My mother-in-law could not do it. I've enjoyed you too, Carrie. I hope to see you more in the comments. So, anyways, I like to do my dishes at night. I mean, I tidy up a bit, but to actually get my hands wet and stand there and wash dishes, I'm not a night person. After I get the food put away and everything, it's just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm up early. That's when I have all my energy. By the time dinner's done, I'm done. I'm done. So I'm an oddball. I hear all these women say, "Oh, you can't leave, go to bed with dishes in the sink." Yeah, I can. I don't have any problems doing it. It's like that. I'm up in the morning. I'm fresh. I'm wide awake, and I'm raring to go. So, well, I guess I'm going to call it a morning. Can't call it a night. So it's been really lovely talking, y'all. I guess Hope was just in here briefly. I know she's busy unpacking and getting things going herself. So, yes, cooking can be very tiring. It can be very much. Depends on what you do. We had ribs last night. So I put them in the oven and just cook them slow. But if I have to do a lot of chopping and complicated recipes and stuff like that, I try not to get too complicated. You too, Carrie, and I'll see you around. So have a good one, everybody. I know Dizzy's gone too. So see you later.